and welcome back. So, last week we left off on the idea of probably starting a smuggling ring with at least Nyx and Finna involved. And that's kind of where we left off. So you're in Stone Harbor. I know words. I totally know my campaign setting. What? And that's what's going on right now. Yeah, Stone Harbor. Why was I thinking Stonebrook? I've been dealing with a lot of city names. Oh no! R.I.P. headphone users. Yes, Stone Harbor. I was thinking another city. I have entirely too many cities. But yeah, so at the moment, the city is at kind of like normal-ish existence, and you could continue your scheme of selling poison. Though, I should grab another document. You have 8 more, yes. That you do. Note that I don't know if you care or not, but selling poison is the most ethical thing I've done. That's true. Selling poison is, like, technically illegal, at least from an import-export standard, but no one really cares about that. As you can tell by the ease of selling poison to different shopkeepers in the city. Fantasy world laws are weird to come up with. That's true. It is not an import or export. But, like, people will generally kind of look at you sideways. I am just a humble poison maker. Also technically correct. So you can go to the shop where you've been buying vials, who tends to significantly underbid, or you can go back to why can I not think of words? Gwen's Apothecary. This is going to be interesting if this continues across along these lines. Meep, I think I know who you are, but I'm not familiar with your character. So, at your leisure, you can put some character info in chat. I have nothing to sell, but may I drink water? Sure. So, Blue, you go back to Gwen's Apothecary. Doesn't have any new intriguing potions, but will buy them for 20 gold apiece. I cannot words. This is not good. Fenna. Fenna, not blue. Fenna, not blue. I'll take it. Okay. So you're down to 0 poison now. And hopefully I can figure out words today, because this is not going well for me. For a bit, I was doing a bunch of world building for other cities, and so now I have all of those floating around in my head. With the completely wrong set of people and places. And other nouns. Of 360 gold. D&D economy is broken. But also, like, there should be more ways to get gold than just, this is the best get-rich-quick method ever. Yeah, like, there should be more diplomatic ways of getting money than just, like, go and kill a bunch of monsters, so... That's that, and, a lot of things are really expensive. Like, that's a weird thing. People talk about, like, potions as, for, like, currency sinks. Like, nah, just, like, try and get your players to buy real estate or something. Rushing to build a character. Use, if you want a quick character, then, why can I not remember anything today? Not real, wait. I show up in town, sell a bunch of poison, suddenly rich. Wait, hold on. I need to think of the website that's really helpful. I don't think I'm having a stroke, but for goodness sakes, I cannot remember words. D&D Beyond, as a character builder. That's good for quick characters. D&D Beyond. Yeah, this is just, man, I cannot think today. This is not good. Yes, D&D Beyond is good for quick character creation, but also, like, once you've made a couple characters, it's a lot faster to do it on paper. So yee. But the stat block shouldn't really matter because there hasn't been much combat, and I don't think that's going to start today, except it might. Who knows? I've misplaced character sheets. Oh no! If you don't have character sheets, you're just not allowed to pick any fights. But also, like, I don't know. I think, like, character sheets are just something that kind of, like, enriches the game. Like, in general, I basically see it as a, like, if you don't have a character sheet, then you just don't get bonuses for things. And then I just set the DCs accordingly. Like, if you're playing with a bunch of new people, I'm not going to say, okay, first thing you have to do ever is do all this math to figure out your character sheet. Like, but that's just kind of how I operate. And then it's significantly easier to have, like, a pickup game. Yes, we got poison selling and working on character sheets. Yeah, is there anything you want to do in town aside from just creating an infinite loop of selling poison? In which eventually the shopkeepers are just gonna get sick of you. Definitely shopkeepers are gonna get sick of you, or definitely you're gonna do something in town. It's about like 3 days, so they aren't yet. Yeah, like, that's true. But it's kind of like if you, like, a shopkeeper is only going to want, like, only a few of each potion. So they're not gonna be super like, ah, yes, I totally want thousands of poison vials. I'd like to explore the local cuisine. Okay, haha, I actually did world building for this. But a lot of the local cuisine is, there's a lot of cheese and a lot of beer in the city. And then there are also imports from various other countries, but that's like the local cuisine. Okay, you're on a fire generosity who's a fighter with an dude. I'm gonna make a note of that. So, welcome. We have very different DM styles. True. So, I would like to explore the cheeses. Okay, so the most famous cheese in the area is Parmesan, and that's like the most, like, the touristy places are like, this is what we're good at. This is like our thing. And then as for Neuron, I hope that I'm pronouncing that right. I'm just guessing. You are also in Stone Harbor and have freedom to move about the city. There's a lot of like festival decorations, kind of the fall harvest is coming up. And that's the general vibe of the city. It's kind of a bustling, busy place. Another possible front. Just I did so much world building. I did not expect this to go in this direction, but I'm not upset about it in the least. And yes, Neuron, a good idea might be to try and make some money. No, there is no environmental propaganda in Stone Harbor yet. That's still in King's Landing, though there will probably rapidly be environmental propaganda in Stone Harbor. But I think I might need to check the replay. I think that was in King's Landing on the earlier because it was late in the session. First thing after arriving. I will need to check the replay on that. 'Cause I can't remember. Level 3 again, yes. That's the level that everyone's starting at. What is level 3? Quite possibly. I'll check that. Though it is, there will probably, if there isn't already environmental propaganda, there will be soon. Yeah, so the city has a lot of, like, street, like, carts and little shops where people probably didn't want to pay for an entire shop front, so they just got a cart and set things up. And that's a lot of the business in this area. A lot of it is informal. There's a lot of barter instead of proper currency exchange. Probably because there are a lot of scam artists out on the street, and it's harder to cheat people out of trade goods than just currency. wish to go to the library. So there's not really much of a library, but there is a bookstore that has a small, like, for lending section. So you can check that out, and I will grab the relevant document. So if I can find it, there it is. I want to know real estate prices. Town hall, like, yeah, real estate prices you can find in, like, at the bookstore, where it does kind of serve as a, like, library community center role as well, since most people looking for information just go where the books are. So you can see quite a bit of information about general pricing, and also a general, like, ye olde phone book of people trying to buy and sell real estate and, like, different businesses and whatnot. And from that, you can gather, well, give me a investigation check, and we'll see. Some of this you can gather regardless, but I will grab that if I can find it. Yeah, in general, the cost for, like, a small house or shop without additional land around it, like just a shop front, is about 1,000 gold. And then with that 10, you can see in, like, the listings that there is one shop that someone has up for sale that's a small shop front, and it's a bit run down, but, like they said, it's a bit run down, but it doesn't have any integral issues, and that is running for 900 gold. And they have an address to inquire listed as well. And then jumping to Neuron, we'll give a performance check, and we'll see how well you do. Yes, so I must double my money first. Adventuring 101. You're on. Meep's character. 3. So, no one seems particularly interested. And you're just kind of, like, there on the corner. One person, like, throws a copper just, like, out of pity. Like, they think you're a beggar. So, yeah, not great. Can I dress as a beggar to increase my profits? You can certainly try. Wish to buy food. Okay, and then Fana, not Blue. Are you looking for anything in particular, or are you just looking for what's cheap? Report, spam. Yeah, I just reported it for spam. Cheap. Okay, yeah, you can find, like, grain products, like unprocessed grain, is like very cheap, like a copper piece for like a pound. And you know from like the city that you can go to the flour mill and get it milled for free if you're willing to like stay there while they're milling it. So that's about as cheap as it gets. Yeah. So street food is mostly selling for like a couple copper, like one or two. And you can find some stuff that like would keep decently. Yeah, there's an abundance of street vendors. I'll take street food. Okay, you can then mark that off of your currency. And then jumping back to Neuron, do you have a plan to dress as a beggar to increase profits? Or is it just like, I don't know, a different performance? Okay, yeah, not too hard to find a plank of wood and a piece of rope since you're right by like the docks. So yeah, like you succeed in finding that. Your goals are beyond my understanding. I am confused. I tied my leg. I'm gonna say I think I have an idea of what you're thinking. Um, go with I don't even know what to make of this. I'll say how about just a do a performance check, we'll say, instead of deception. The younger sibling slams door. Poor Kay. Survival for the knots. Yeah. There are like 8 different checks that could be. So we'll leave it as a performance check. 14. Yeah, it's a semi convincing limp. And like it's passable enough that like that's what someone would come up with for trying to like set a broken bone. No one really cares. I find it can. Yeah, like there's just a bunch of junk around, so also not radically difficult to find. Okay, so Fana, as you're just enjoying your lovely street food, you just see this like disheveled individual pass you, just shaking a can with what sounds like a single coin in it. And it's like a little bit musical, but also kind of just annoying. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, make a performance check. Sea shanties. So this singing, we'll see how well once they get a chance to roll. The singing individual on the streets, it's just slowly approaching you, not directly, but just like following the road. And most people are just getting out of the way and avoiding you. But this song is lovely. Like there are like a couple people who just like aren't busy and just kind of join in. I'd try and come up with a song to play, but then I don't want to get copyrighted or something weird, so. But yeah, so some people are kind of enjoying this, but they're also like kind of losing the fact that this is a ploy for money and just listening to the song with my precious street food right in front of my salad. So, Neuron, is there anything you wish to do as you approach a seemingly unhappy with your presence? I'm a very busy human person. Seemingly unhappy individual. Just being a very busy human being, going about doing normal human being things. You see, Fana, humans don't point out that the fact that they're normal humans all the time. And okay, so Neuron, you continue with what was like just a sea shanty and kind of moves into like a legend tale of this lady who's died, and just that like your life is kind of downtrodden now, and some people give you some coins out of sympathy. Are you claiming I'm not human? So collectively you get 17 copper over the course of the song. And yes, Fana is totally very human, totally a very regular human. There's nothing strange. Why would anyone think there could possibly be anything suspicious? Never. But yeah, at this point you were both, just by happenstance, very close to each other on the street. I go find a barrel and just make it a chair. So, You end up just, like, finding a spot kind of, like, across the street outside a shop. Stop asking why I don't smile. But yeah, and you just go, like, continue your song of sympathy. As people are passing by. And everyone's kind of like gotten, like, it's kind of the performance is kind of blended into the background of the city. I tried to make a one-string guitar out of what is like what's the plan? Take a closer look at the strange being. So yeah, so then you just stare at this strange, like, fire genasi that's just vibing and seeming to be constructing something. And Neuron, you were being stared at by a totally normal human being consuming a pork bun. Wood can, string, bam, guitar. Okay, so Neuron, roll a dexterity or intelligence check to see if you construct something that makes sense. Or I'll say you can go with dexterity or intelligence. Ah, yes, my lowest stat. If you only decided to be a bard, you would have an instrument. I do think an Oops All Bards campaign would be hilarious. Aha, 12. You make a somewhat passable one-string guitar. It's kind of interesting. It adds to your, like, general persona that you're quickly creating. Goes to a fight song. Just like in this city. I wish to go try buy more glass vials. Okay, so Vanna runs off to continue the process of selling poison. Same price as they were last time. Kind of looks like Skyrim, but a guitar. So we're kind of like Skyrim. So yeah, so Vanna, you run off and buy more vials. I think I can get slightly more money out of this natural ability. Yes. Most likely. Either that or you get poison for use at a later date. So it should be 1 gold, if I'm remembering right. Yeah, like either way you get vials of poison, so I think it was 10 for 10. No, never mind. It was 10 for 1. So ignore that. It is 10 for 1 gold. Yeah, and then so Neuron, there's like a small crowd like gathering around, kind of just wondering like what's gonna happen, and like kind of vying for a fight. But no one has like stepped up and done anything quite yet. But there's a lot of unsavory individuals who would probably get into a fist fight if prompted. I see of glory punch a child. Okay. Okay, roll to hit. Then we wait for the latency to catch up. $12. So you see like one small child that's just kind of crowding a bit too close, and you like swing at them and they're instantly yanked away by their mom, who's just like, what? Okay, Fan is gonna disappear for a moment. Or did disappear for a moment. Yeah, you just you get 10 vials of poison, then you can try and sell them to whomever. You might be able to get a better price going to different people. Yeah, so Neuron, you attempt to punch this small child, and then so now people don't seem as enthusiastic about the show, but some people aren't sure if you just got a bit too animated and like accidentally tried to punch a child, or if you're legit trying to punch a child. A single mother's child almost got punched. So the mom is like rushed off. And like most of the rest of the group has backed up, except for like a few people who seem like they want to get into a fight, and whoever they get into a fight with will lose. I will say already, looking at this character, you should have chosen a bard. Yeah, and Fenna, you're running around doing potions, you see a crowd gathering in the street. I ask if anyone wants to fight for money. Quite a few hands go up. If I win, I loot your pockets. People are more just vying for a bet. And like the people who didn't volunteer for a fight have like backed up even more. Now you basically declared you're a pickpocket. Yes, this is the book I want. I want to see what is happening. It looks like a fight might break out. Okay, so may I ask the first contestant? So you see this big guy like walk up, like probably a half orc, and just like looks like he's seen some stuff. Smart. Smart Vena. Yeah, and this is a, ask him if he's doing okay. Hey, he's doing fine. He's just like vying for a fight to whoever gets knocked out first, basically. I just imagine like a therapist, like, how's your home life? Psychoanalyze him. You just hear a voice from the crowd and just scream like, psychoanalyze him. And just like, what? And then, so with that, like, are you doing okay? It's like, doesn't have thoughts. Surprise round. Okay, roll to hit. I leave now, for there's poison to sell. Smart. Okay, so Vanna leaves, and you do manage to punch this guy in the throat. So now roll initiative, since that was a like surprise round, I would say. Also 17. And so you are gonna go first, so make your next attack. She said, realizing that despite there being one combat so far, her earlier statement would be proven wrong. If it's also 17, that would be so funny. Chat lag. Okay, 16 this time. That would have been so funny if it was 17. That will still hit. And so, roll damage. I realized I forgot to have you roll damage on the first one, so roll damage for both of them. And... six total. Okay, so he's going to attack. That's not gonna hit. Kind of like swings and it just goes straight over your head. So then it is back to your turn. And the crowd's already kind of just like, ooh, like this is getting good now. 12, that misses. So he's gonna make another strike for you. Is still gonna miss. So you kind of like dodge that one. So then another strike. This is just gonna be back and forth for a minute. I do need to figure out a better way to do combat, because the rounds get really bogged down with chat latency. Okay. Is that an automatic hit? I'm not super familiar with that spell. Yeah, okay, I'm taking your eyebrows. Okay, yeah, I'll allow it be an automatic hit, so, or wait, yeah, like, roll to, like, land a, like, punch, I guess, with that effect, but it's not a spell casting, it's a melee, if that makes sense. That hits as a roll damage. And all of a sudden the crowd is just like, oh, like we're doing this. Like this isn't just a fist fight anymore. Five. Okay. So then he's gonna pull a dagger. And what's your AC? That may or may not hit. This is why you must set ground rules for a fight. Yep. Okay. AC is gonna actually make a difference on that, on this one. 'Don't bring produce flame to a knife fight. Don't bring a knife to a fist fight. That is going to hit. So that's 2 damage. "12 shook." Like, kind of the spectators are like backing up, not wanting to get caught in the crossfire, and are like, "Oh, this is scary." That is back to your turn. Okay, then roll attack, and if it's a hit, then roll damage. And at this point, like, this is no longer really like a fight for honor. Like, this was a fun little fist fight, and now it's like gotten serious. 15, that'll hit. So then damage. Okay, 5 slashing. He's gonna go for an air strike with a dagger. That is going to hit. And that is 3 damage. I need to go. Okay, for Fenna, we'll say for the sake of simplicity that you sell each of the poison vials for 20 gold apiece if you choose to do so, or you can hang on to them. So you can just write that down on your sheet. Then back to Neuron. Okay, so roll intimidation. $18. So close. Isn't budging. Probably stupidly, but... Give me my ear. Okay. Roll another intimidation check. With advantage, we'll say. Unnatural 20? Okay, yeah. This time, like, he's scaring, kind of, like, like, seems to be contemplating for a moment as if, like, less of a threat, and this is more of just, like, actual negotiations. And it's just kind of reluctantly reaches into a pocket, pulls out a couple silver, like, tosses at you, and kind of just, like, wanders, like, back into the crowd. And you get 3 silver from that fight. And that seems like a good place to end it for today, as the rest of the crowd is quite terrified of you, along with the guy who just beat in a probably not fair fist fight. And so that's where we'll end it for today, and we will resume next week at that point. So have a great day.